Hello, my name is Pesshvar and my teammate is Chastan, Nevin, Gabriel. So both of us have teamed up for this database and cloud security assignment, and the title is AWS Phones Records System. So I'll jump into the introduction. Basically, the goal of our project is to show how to create a web server connected to an RDS database on Amazon Web Services that is operating on an EC2 insurance. So as you can see, this is the implementation part. Details regarding this: name CP web server. The platform we have utilized for this project is Ubuntu, and as you can see, these are the specifications: 8 GB storage, security group, launch wizard 1, and the virtual private cloud is default. So for RDS, the name of our database is MySQL 2023. So type MySQL, and these are the specifications. Security group the same, VPC also same, default, and these are the login details, the ID and the password. So regarding the security group details, so launch wizard 1, inbound rules, SSH only my IP. This is to ensure that enabling port 22 for SSH allows only us to access the terminal. So in this way, we are providing security against potential threat like hackers. HTTPS. So these two with port 80 and 443 allows for web hosting and gives access to the public. So which means we will be able to publish the page now. AWS information. We use the AWS access given to use for our labs for this assignment. We use the sandbox to access and use the necessary instances as ECS and RDS. So now I'm going to explain step by step about the implementation. So as you can see, this is the party key generator. This is to establish a connection with the EC2 instance. So firstly, we need to get the private key from the downloaded PEM file, which allows the application to authenticate its connection with the instance. So once we have retrieved the private key, we use the party configuration tool to gain access to the EC2 instance and use its terminal in our case. So the public IPv4 DNS address to reach the instance now. So that's all from me. Now I'll pass it to my friend Chastan, Nevin, Gabriel. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. I'm Chastan, Nevin, Gabriel, and I'll be continuing from my groupmate. So, as he mentioned, we are using EC2 and RDS for our way through AWS for our application. So, the main idea is that we would use an EC2 instance which uses Ubuntu as its operating system to connect to an RDS database. So as he mentioned, we decided to just use our lab access. So we had to complete this within 3 hours, but of course there were multiple attempts. So we had to use party to get access to the instance, EC2 instance. And once we're in, we also need to enable Apache. So we use the commands like sudo apt-get to get installed to download the Apache tool and use systemctl status to check if it's running or not. So we did that and it was running. So basically whatever file that is in the HTML directory, which is var www/html, that directory, whatever HTML files and PHP files that are in that directory, you can just put it into the URL in your browser, and you will be able to get access if you enable HTTPS and HTTP, uh, if you allow it in the EC2 instance configuration page. So yeah, once you have that running, next we did the SQL part. So when you create your RDS database, you will be given the endpoint address. So as you can see here, this is the endpoint address which we use here. You can see, in order to connect to the RDS system, we use the command with our endpoint address here. And as you can see, we showed the databases, and this were the pre-existing databases. Next, we had to create the database. So let me zoom in. So as you can see, we created a phone database, phones DB, and within it we created phones as one of the tables, and these were the test examples that we included in. Next we have next we have the PHP and HTML codes that we needed to implement to basically have the website working. So this is the con PHP file, which is the code. It's easier to see. So as you can see, this is to connect to the RDS database. This is again the endpoint. This is our username, the password, the database we want to add the data to, connect to. So this is the simple SQL query to check if it's connecting or not. And so yeah, this allows the code to interact with the RDS database. Next, we have the main PHP file. Let me zoom in. This is basically the code that would display the for the user to be able to interact with the website. This is the code that allows the user to see the easy to interpret website. This is basically asking for the name of the phone, price, and then the submit button, and then this sends the relevant variables back to the other files like con.php and delete, and of course add. Yeah, that's that part. This is the add one. So inside add, you have basically it's an SQL statement to insert whatever data. So like a phone and the price into phones. And, so that's that. So next we have the delete.php. So yeah, this is to whatever file that is to be deleted, it will run this SQL query and delete the relevant ID. So if the ID that's sent back is 1, it will delete that row in phones. And next, so this is the requested queries that we needed to do. So this is in the initial database we had an entry already. So when you add another one, you are able to add, and then when you click delete, it deletes, and then we added another one. So you can see this. Since we use the free tier, the day after the website was taken, I mean the instance and the database were taken down, but this is our website. As you can see, this is the same browser, so it is ours. So I'll just play the video for you now. So as you can see, there's already an existing data, and when we type it in, the name of the phone and the price, and when we submit, the data is added. When you click delete, it deletes, and show again. We add a new phone and the price, and submit. Okay. And as you can see, this is my account, so it is ours, and the IP address. Yes, that's all from us. Thank you.